All right, guys. Well, today we have Dan Bell, and he's one of our top mentors and an extremely successful businessman. And he's going to be talking to us a bit today just about longevity and fulfillment and sort of that life challenge that we have is kind of our legacy. And so, Dan, I know you have a few things you'd like to cover today, and so welcome.
Well, Craig, thank you for having me today. And, talking to all you folks that are doing this challenge, congratulations, week 6. That's fantastic. I know you're probably feeling a lot better and moving forward in your health, which is wonderful. And what I want to talk a little bit about today is sort of the overall vision of well-being. Where are you in your life, so to speak? And, there was a book came out a couple of years ago called The Power of Purpose. And in that book, the author actually interviewed people as they were older and really asked this question: if there was things you can do in your life that you would have liked to have changed or done differently, what would they be? And kind of a theme came through all of these people that he interviewed. And there was really 3 major things. The first one was that they would have paid more attention kind of to the big picture of their life. In other words, they would have focused more, Craig, on what matters most in their life, because people get busy in their life. We get into routines and we keep doing the same thing. And, we focus on the here and now, but not really the big picture of our life. So that was the first one. The second one had to do with the fact that they would have taken more risks. I think a lot of people get into comfort zones in their life and they're afraid maybe to try something new. A ship is safe in a harbor, but you don't go anywhere in a harbor. You just stay there. And so that was the second thing. And the third thing was they would have liked to have made a bigger contribution to their family, to their community, to the world at large. They would have liked to have left a legacy. And, you look at our modern society today and you look where people are in terms of what they do. Of course, people, it's a challenge sometimes for folks even to make a living. But the sad thing is that a lot of folks today don't really feel fulfilled or not necessarily happy in what they're doing. In fact, I was looking at a survey that Forbes did earlier this year, and they found that only 19% of people go to work every day really excited about what they do. And, and so the other 81% are somewhere between ambivalence to hatred, In fact, in that survey, which is really sad to me, 65% of the respondents in that survey said that they either somewhat disliked what they do or they totally disliked what they do. And I'm thinking about, people spend a big part of their day in their career. And isn't it sad if somebody goes to work every day because they feel an obligation that they have to, but they don't feel fulfilled, they don't get jazzed, they're not excited about what they're doing in their life. They're just kind of going through the motion. And I don't know where you guys are in that continuum in your life, but I would challenge you, if you feel that way, I would challenge you and say, there's a lot of different options in life. People don't have to stay where they are. People can change. And if you look at your life right now and just ask this question: if I keep doing over the next 5 years what I've done over the previous 5 years, is that going to take me to my dreams? Is that going to be okay for me? And if the answer to that is, I'm not sure or no, then you may want to look at maybe changing some things, taking some more risks, doing some things that are outside your comfort zones, because that is where in life that people thrive. Dr. A talks about continuum from failure to success, the continuum from depression to fulfillment, right? And, if you look at that as a quadrant, where do you fit in that quadrant? Because some people are thriving. In other words, they're successful and they're fulfilled. Some people are contented. They may feel fulfilled, but they're not successful. Some people may be worn out. They're successful. They make a lot of money, but they really are they don't feel that sense of fulfillment. And then some people are completely burned out. They don't feel fulfilled. They don't feel fulfilled. And they're not financially very well off. And the neat thing is that, one of the things I learned a long time ago, Craig, was that, You know, if it was to be, it was really up to me. In other words, we are in control. People don't think they're in control of their lives, but the truth is, we have choices. In this country, we have lots of choices. And, you know, so you can really either create a living or you can create a life. It depends on what you want to do.
Yeah, I've heard people say, I've heard the term Groundhog Day, and it's sort of getting up, you know, it's the thank God it's Friday sort of mentality, and they work the week and then they get to the weekend. And I don't know if you can maybe discuss that sort of mindset, because I think a lot of people will resonate with that.
Well, it's true. I mean, again, we get into routines. We do the same thing every day. You know, it's unconscious to us. You know, people go through this ritual every morning when they get ready to go to work. Then they get in their car and they drive the same exact way to work. They, in fact, pass the same people, you know, and people often are a lot more excited about, like you said, a Friday afternoon than they are a Monday morning. But living just for the weekends is not really being fulfilled. In other words, it's like, is that all there is? And if you could have an alternative, would you take that alternative? And I'm just saying that in this country, we don't have to be relegated to, if we don't like what we do, or we want to have more, and that more fulfillment, more abundance, more success, more meaning and purpose, an opportunity to contribute more to our society, we can do that. There's lots of places that we can do that.